Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben. This is our 18th episode of the series. I hope you're enjoying all the episodes so far. If you're new to the play, feel free to listen to all the other episodes what are on the podcast channel, and I hope you all enjoy them. Feel free to follow the page as well so that you can catch up on your daily episode whenever you want. So today's episode should have been yesterday, but I got halfway through recording it and the website what you record it on went down, so I've had to miss a day's episode and re-record it as I'd lost half of the stuff what I'd thought of, so I'll have to start it all again. Fingers crossed it'll be as good as the one that I'd recorded, but we'll see. So today's episode is all about, is gardening an art? Is gardening a form of art? So, grab yourself a coffee, grab yourself a cup of tea, have a biscuit, sit back, relax, and enjoy Gardening with Ben. So as I mentioned, the title of this one today is gardening an art? Well, if you'd have asked me that 16, 17 years ago when I first took on the allotment, I'd have said, no, definitely not. But if you ask me now, I would say yes. The reason why I would have thought that 16, 17 years ago is that when I first took on my allotment, it wasn't a case of caring what the plot looked like. I'd just dug over little areas and I was just planting little areas of vegetables and fruits to see how they came on. And doing that, I've made some mistakes. I've planted my fruit trees where I probably wouldn't have grown them if I'd have thought on now, if I'd have took a plot on. I'd have put them somewhere out of the way where they're a bit more area to grow in rather than being right at the entrance of my plot. And also, I've learned so much as well about gardening since I've started over the last couple of years, now that I'm starting to take more of an interest in it. Before, I just used to use it as a place to go and relax and enjoy, but now I'm taking real ownership into it and trying to research more and seeing what else can grow and what else can't grow. So 16, 17 years ago, I'd just plant stuff wherever, willy-nilly, and let it grow, to be honest. I didn't read any books, I just planted it and hoped for the best. So the reason why I do think it is a form of art now is that when I'm planting stuff, I'm wanting it to be in the right place and to look right. And recently, the last couple of months, I must have planted 1,000 bulbs. Today was the last day that I finished planting them, thankfully. I've had enough of seeing bulbs to last me until next year, hopefully. But I've arranged them so that they grow in certain places. I've created special borders for them to grow in. I've made the borders look nice. I'm going to paint all the borders. Like, to be honest, I don't have to paint the borders, all the wood what I've built for the fences and all the edging, but I'm painting it to make it look nice and to make it look presentable and attractive to the eye. So that is how I think gardening is a form of art, because you want to grow stuff in certain areas for it to look right and presentable, and so that the colours match with one another, that all the colours go together from the different plants. Like, I was growing vegetables as well for numerous years, and my plot looked bland because the colours are just greens. But last year, I started flowers off. I know I'm growing them for the bees, for the insects, but I'm also doing it to make my plot look attractive and to add colour and make it look more vibrant. If you haven't heard already, the place where I'm recording these podcasts is an app called Anchor, and it's totally free. They also put your podcasts on multiple platforms like Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. Straight away, you can also schedule the time that you want it to go on, which is fantastic. There's also creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, so you can record your podcast literally anywhere you want. You can also make money from your podcasts as well, with no minimum listenership whatsoever. So the more times it gets played, the more times you can earn money from it. And there's everything you need to make your podcast all in one place. So if you download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm, you can get started with your free podcasts. One thing that I do like to drill into people when they're taking on the plots is the perfect time to take on an allotment is now. Not in the summer, because if you take a plot on in the summer, it can overwhelm you because you're thinking, I can start all these things growing, and you're trying to clear it while you're still trying to plant stuff, and the weeds are growing back again as you're growing stuff, and it can all just overwhelm you totally. And the reason why it's best to take it on now is because you're just concentrating on the one thing. This time of year, use it wisely, get your plot cleared, get it tidied, plan your plot by drawing it, going back to pen and paper, drawing what you want your plot to look like, and plan where you want to grow stuff, and do it like a masterpiece. And then once everything starts to grow, the plan what you put in place then starts to come visually, and you can see your piece of artistic masterpiece, what you've created from your own hands, growing them from scratch, and hopefully everything grows where it should grow, and it'll look a masterpiece. And one thing that I do like sharing is my photos of my plot, because it impresses me how good it looked in the summertime. It looks a bomb site now. I won't be showing you many pictures of that, but the prettier you make it look, the more you want to share pictures of it. And that's why gardening is a form of art, because you want your garden to look picture perfect. And so, answering the question, what is today's topic? Is gardening a form of art? Yes, it is. And it will always be, because when you go to these country houses and to villages that are old and ancient, you will see how much time somebody spends on a garden to make it look perfect and pristine. Because when you see all these old cottaged houses, thatched cottages and everything, they've got the chocolate box garden, what you would see on the front of a postcard. And that is why gardening is a form of art. I hope you all agree with them comments. If you're following me on social media, make sure you comment on my Facebook posts to say what you think, whether you think it is a form of art. Let me know. And feel free to check out my Instagram as well, Gardening with Ben. So today's been a short little episode today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to be looking at these little different topics to just keep it entertained during different podcasts, as hopefully I will carry on finding enough content to bring these on a daily basis, unless the website goes down like it did yesterday. But carry on as normal, and feel free, like I said, to check out my social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, Gardening with Ben. I've also got merchandise available to buy on my website, which is www.gardenandallotment.com. There's a link in the description below. You can get hoodies and you can get Gardening with Ben mugs. The hoodies aren't just Gardening with Ben, they're funny gardening quotes which are ideal for Christmas, so go and have a look at them. So thanks for listening, and we will see you all tomorrow, and remember, keep gardening.